I never imagined that the child I raised with my own hands would one day look at me not as his father, but as a walking bank account. For most of my life, I believed family meant loyalty, respect, and sacrifice. I worked hard, stayed honest, and did everything I could to give my son a better future than the one I had. I wasn't rich, but I was comfortable. I owned my home, had savings from decades of discipline, and planned a peaceful retirement. That peace shattered the night my son sat across from me at the dining table and said, "Dad, you need to pay my wife's debt. Not ask, not request. Demand." Where it all began. My son, Adam, was once my pride. He was intelligent, ambitious, and charming. I paid for his education, helped him start his first business, and supported him through every failure without complaint. When he married Emily, I welcomed her into the family with open arms. Emily came from a wealthy-looking background, designer clothes, expensive tastes, and a lifestyle that screamed success. What I didn't know was that much of it was built on loans, credit cards, and risky investments. They never talked about money with me, and I never interfered. I believed adults should manage their own lives. That was my first mistake. The shocking revelation. One evening, Adam asked to meet urgently. His voice on the phone sounded strained. When he arrived, he wasn't alone. Emily sat beside him, arms crossed, eyes cold. Before I could even pour tea, Adam dropped the bomb. "Dad, Emily has a debt problem," he said. I nodded calmly. "All right, how much?" There was a pause, a long one. $300,000. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it sounded impossible. "You mean 30,000? Emily scoffed. "No, 300,000. My heart skipped. That wasn't just debt, that was a disaster. "How did this happen?" I asked, trying to stay composed. Emily shrugged. "Business investments, lifestyle expenses, some bad decisions." Adam leaned forward. "Dad, you have the money. You can sell one of your properties or break your retirement funds." That's when I realized something was terribly wrong. From request to entitlement. I expected humility, maybe shame, even fear. What I got was entitlement. "Why should I destroy my future for mistakes I didn't make?" I asked quietly. Adam's expression hardened. "Because you're my father." Emily added, "And because family helps family." I looked at her, stunned. Family doesn't demand sacrifice, family respects limits. Adam slammed his hand on the table. "If you don't help us, we'll lose everything." I took a deep breath. "Then you need to downsize, sell assets, work harder." Emily cut me off. "We won't live like beggars." That sentence changed everything. The ultimatum. Adam stood up. "If you don't pay this debt, don't expect us to treat you like family anymore." Silence filled the room. I felt my chest tighten, not from anger but from heartbreak. "I raised you better than this," I whispered. Emily rolled her eyes. "This emotional drama won't fix anything." That night, I made the hardest decision of my life. I stood up, looked my son in the eyes, and said, "I will not pay this debt, and if money is the only reason you want me in your life, then I'm walking away." Adam laughed bitterly. "Fine, don't come crying when you're alone." Walking away. I didn't argue, I didn't shout. I simply walked to my room, packed a small bag, and left my own house. For the first time in decades, I slept alone in a cheap hotel room, staring at the ceiling, questioning everything. Did I fail as a father? Did I raise him wrong? Or did success poison his values? Weeks passed, then months. No calls, no messages, no apologies. The fall. Without my money, reality hit them hard. Creditors came knocking, lawsuits followed, their luxury apartment was seized, cars were repossessed, friends disappeared. Emily blamed Adam, Adam blamed me. But blame doesn't pay debt. Adam tried everything: loans, partners, shortcuts, but nothing worked. His marriage crumbled under pressure. Emily left, returning to her parents, leaving Adam alone with the wreckage. And that's when the phone rang. The call I never expected. It was midnight. "Dad," Adam's voice cracked. "Please, I need you." Gone was the arrogance, gone was the entitlement. "I was wrong," he whispered. "I lost everything. Emily left. I'm drowning." I closed my eyes. "I don't want your money," he said quickly. "I just want my father back." Tears streamed down my face. The reunion. When Adam showed up at my door, he looked like a stranger, older, thinner, broken. He fell to his knees. I'm sorry. I helped him up and hugged him tightly. I won't pay your debt, I said firmly, but I'll help you rebuild. He nodded, sobbing, that's all I want. Lessons learned. I helped Adam find work, manage finances, and rebuild slowly. No shortcuts, no luxury. He learned the value of humility, accountability, and gratitude. Years later, he told me something I'll never forget. Losing your money would have been temporary, losing your respect changed me forever. Final thoughts. Sometimes walking away isn't abandonment, it's boundaries. Sometimes love means saying no. And sometimes the greatest lesson a parent can teach is that entitlement has consequences. I didn't lose my son that day. I lost the illusion and gained the truth.